Without a doubt, it's the hottest talk show in social media history. Say, man, we want to welcome you to the war zone. Y'all know what time it is. I got my good friend, Untitled Patton, Dr. Candace Matthews, and I am the 5-star general. Y'all know, man, it's been a hell of a day. That's all I can say, bro. We ain't gonna prolong this. Oh my goodness. Say, man, I want to welcome you to the war zone. Y'all know what time it is. We starting a few minutes early, just a few minutes early. We're actually 5 minutes early tonight. 5 minutes early, man. But it don't matter because now you're in the middle of the war zone. We're waiting on our guests to pop in. They having some technical issues on their end with their Zoom, but we're not having no technical issues. So you know how I do every night, man. I'm gonna turn the floor over to my good friend Untitled Patton, and we're gonna get to it, baby.
Well, one thing I can say is a lot of people can duplicate, but they can't duplicate, well, they can duplicate the show, but they can't duplicate the results. One thing I can say is I have to say congratulations to you two because y'all holding some people accountable that ain't never been held accountable before. And our guest is in the waiting room. So I'm gonna pull the guest up before we get too deep into it. We're gonna pull the guest in. Hopefully her stuff is acting right because she had some technical difficulties, but we're gonna pull Germany in.
Let's pull her in, man. Let's pull her in. The people waiting.
So,
and I don't want no hating going on tonight. I don't want no hating going on. Now, the reason I'm saying that because, you know, some days.
Nope, I can't hear you.
Some days.
Go ahead, Monroe.
You got in? Can we hear?
Test your mic, Germany. See if we can hear you.
Mic should be down at the bottom left.
Germany is currently a teacher, so just in case you guys wonder why she's getting herself together, Germany used to dance for the Ocean of Soul at Texas Southern University. Hold on. Turn up the volume.
Let's run with it.
Turn up the volume. So, Germany used to be a dancer at Texas Southern University for the Ocean of Soul, the band. She's also a Houston Texans dancer. She's also an ex-Rockets dancer, power dancer. So we brought her on because she's now a school teacher just to talk about how the coronavirus could be affecting individuals that's in the dancing world of professional sports. And, you know, since she's now a teacher, get some correspondence from her as a teacher and how things are working on her behalf as a teacher. So Germany, are you with us now? Oh, she went off. So
fell off, man.
All right. So anyways, this is her last time trying to put her on. If she can't come on this time, it is what it is. But make sure you take this time to share.
Yes, she is.
Share the video. Like the video. Everybody press like on the video now. Germany, can you hear us? Germany, are you there? So make sure you like the video and share the video because tonight it gets better than what it was last night. So, Germany.
You may have audio on it.
Let me check my signal over here. Germany, can you hear?
I can hear you now.
All right. Oh, we can hear Germany. Great.
Let's roll with it, man.
All right. So Germany's in it. I halfway introduced you. I left out that she was on, what hit show is that with the extreme motion?
America's Best Dance Crew.
There you go. America's Most Best Dance Crew. The one group that you probably should remember from that is the Jabberwockies, but she wasn't with the Jabberwockies, but she was with another team that was on that show. So Germany, I'm gonna pass it over to Mr. Monroe. Well, I'm gonna let you introduce yourself, and then Mr. Monroe is gonna come with some questions for you because we know you're a teacher. We know you used to be a professional dancer. I don't know if you still dance on the side as professionally or not, but I'll let you introduce yourself.
Okay, hi everyone. My name is Germany. I've been dancing for about almost 20 years. I've been dancing, actually teaching dancing for about 15 years. I started off in high school, of course. I played all percussion instruments. Then from there, it's just everything just started to build up on itself. I went to Texas Southern. Graduated from there back in 2010. I danced for those 5 years that I did attend the school. After I finished with TSU, I went on to, I joined America's Best Dance Crew, well, me and my crew. And then I went on to be a Houston Texans cheerleader, dance for the Houston Rockets, backup dance, anything considering dance, you name it, I've pretty much done. So, yeah.
All right, Monroe, I'm gonna let you start off with the questions for Miss Germany.
You're a teacher at the moment, am I correct?
I'm actually an educator, so I'm a college and career readiness advisor in Houston Independent School District. I started off as an English teacher, and then I transitioned into a dance teacher. And now
How long have you been in education?
Since 2014, so about 6 years.
Okay. Last time you danced for the Texans, cheerleader for the Texans was?
That was in 2000. That was the 2011 season, 2011, 2012.
Still have any connections with the Texans?
Yes, I do. As a matter of fact.
What the hell is wrong with y'all football coach?
I have no idea. I'm still trying to figure out why is the football coach the general manager? I still don't understand that.
I like you. You're nice people. You're good people. But you have a work history. Some of your employers are suspect. Past employers as well as, I know the current one is very, very suspect, which is the Houston Independent School District. But here's my biggest question to you. How do you like the transition from the classroom to online learning at the moment with the Houston Independent School District?
Honestly, I am for it. And here's why. As a former teacher, current educator, we've been doing the flipped classroom method for years. It's only a matter of time before we actually transition into virtual learning. So if you're a teacher, you're needing to be out for a day, you'd either, in my case, I would record my sessions, I would pre-record them, and then I would, of course, let my students know ahead of time, hey, I'm going to be out on this day. Your information will be available for you on the hub. This is your assignment. So while I was out, my kids were still actively learning because they had the hub. They were able to visit the hub, look at whatever they needed to look at. The stuff was left for, I would leave different information for the substitute. So it's like, it's, you know, it's kind of, like I say, I'm for it, but I feel for our babies, our elementary kids, because their attention spans aren't that extensive as adults. So that's the only downfall that I kind of see for it.
I'm gonna ask a question and I'm gonna pass it around.
Okay.
I like asking tough questions.
Okay.
Tell us what you think about your boss, Dr. Grenita Lathan.
I have no comment. I honestly speaking, I stay in my own lane. I don't, whatever goes on.
How do you think she's actually doing? Well, I think that during the pandemic, minus a couple of hiccups, which was no fault of the district's own, I think the district has been one of the most steady entities as far as dealing with this pandemic. The school districts in a whole, in around the area, as well as HISD, have done a great job of dealing with this pandemic and kids not being able to come to school like they normally would come. I think they've gone above and beyond trying to feed kids and families. And I think that they did it. They've been doing a great job.
Mm-hmm.
I really think, and I'm gonna just leave this right here. I really think y'all need more money. I think y'all need more money. I
That's
think
a that's a given. It's not necessarily. I think it's more so of a state thing. I don't think it's a budget. I mean, I don't think it's a district thing, and I think that stuff has to be allocated appropriately, and people that are put in those positions to allocate those funds have to ensure that they're allocating them appropriately. As a former teacher, there would be times where my dance department needed money, but I only had $500 to run the dance department for the whole school year. Now I have to service all 100 and something kids, but I only have a $500 something budget. And that rolled over from the previous year and from the previous teacher. So what can I do with that? So I think that if funds are allocated and put certain places, then I think that the funds will be, dispersed properly. That's my idea. I don't, like I said, I don't get into all of that. I'm a one lane person. I try to stay in my own lane because it's a lot. I'll just leave it at that. It's a lot.
Avante?
Well, you lucky I know you, Germany, because if I didn't know you, I probably wouldn't believe anything that you was just saying about your own lane. But since I know you personally, I'm gonna say that's the truth. However, me and you have talked several homecomings about, I feel like, your future in education, because I believe at the time you was getting ready to get in a doctorate program and we had the conversation. What's your goal in education? What do you see for yourself in the next, I say, 5 years when it comes down to education?
So I'll be actually finished with my doctorate in April of next year. Ultimately, my goal was to become a principal, but I don't like the political aspects of education. So that kind of has deterred me. And if I'm going to be in, how can I put this? If I'm going to be on a school campus, I'd rather deal with the school's hiccups, the ups and downs. If I'm going to deal with the political aspect of education, I'd rather deal with the political aspect of education. That's just my mind. But as far as 5-year goals, I'm not, honestly, I can't tell you that, because dance, everything in my head has always been dance. So I'm thinking about stuff. I'm thinking about business plans far out for myself, not for district wise, if that makes sense.
That makes perfect sense. So let's go with the coronavirus, because the coronavirus has created a lane to where it has exposed the education system as a whole, right? Mm-hmm. So e-learning has now been the way for the world. Now everybody shift to e-learning, right? Mm-hmm. So my question for you is, if we had to remain, I guess, a school of e-learning, how do you see education after we get out of this pandemic?
If we have to keep the e-learning stance within education, I think that having a hands-on approach with e-learning will be most beneficial for our kids. And just speaking from personal experience, my attention span is sometimes it's hit or miss. And I know with some of our kids, the attention spans are the same. So if I know that there's kids out there that are similar to me, where, okay, I can sit here and do this for 20 to 25 minutes, an hour or so, but if you don't consistently come in to check on me to ensure that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to steer off the wrong road. So I think that as far as virtual learning, I think it is a good thing for us to have, but I do think that there should be it should be tamed in a way, if that makes sense.
My final question, then I pass it to Dr. Matthews and let her ask a few questions. Now, Dr. Matthews is long-winded. I'm just fair warning. She's going to talk about 4 or 5 minutes before she asks her first question. Now,
okay.
But my question is, now we're seeing more than ever that there's a digital divide in America. Mm-hmm. The have and the have-nots when it comes down to e-learning. You stated that you will be pretty much for e-learning. So how will we address the digital divide of the have and the have-nots?
Well, see, that's the thing. We have a lot of, how can I put this? Principals have the discretion to provide free internet services for students.
Mm.
Not all principals. How do I know that? Because a previous department that I was in, I used to, I would do different presentations for parents. And one of my presentations, we really, really needed to get a lot of, or X amount of parents to participate.
Mm-hmm.
In those parents participating, I got with the persons that I needed to get with. I was like, hey, can we provide some type of incentive for the parents, for the kids, or for something? I ended up getting about between 10 to 15 Wi-Fi hotspots.
Mm.
So if I can get that for our parents just to show up to a meeting, why can't we provide that for our kids? If all of these kids are supposed to have computers anyway, why can't the computers automatically come with Wi-Fi?
Mm. Good question.
That's automatically embedded. So then if we are worrying about if a student does or does not have access to the internet, well, if they have a computer and the computer is fully equipped, then the student should be able to access the internet, right? Because it's already on the computer.
Correct.
But then the problem comes into play when we have those kids that don't have those 3 to 5 meals at home. They're going home, but then the lights might be off, or they can't focus, because if you don't equip students with the basic necessities for living, they're not going to be able to focus. So though e-learning, I think, is pretty good, I think that it should be some, like I say, it should be some standards with e-learning.
Great. Dr. Matthews, go ahead, sister girl.
Okay, well, I was just listening. Now, as far as with e-learning,
Mhm.
I'm hearing that you really are for that type of learning, right? So my question to you, how would that type of learning express the different learning styles that children have?
So each child does, of course, have a different learning style, but as a teacher, creating the curriculum, I think that there should be variations in the curriculum. No teacher should, for example, this is a remote, here's the remote control, and then you're giving it to 25 kids. All 25 of those kids, they're going to look at this remote and interpret it in a different way. So I think that there should be different levels within e-learning, not just one style of e-learning.
Good answer. I pass the witness.
Oh.
All right. Well, I'm an education advocate, probably one of the best in the state of Texas. But before I say that, I see my good friend, the president of Jack Yates National Alumni Association, Jeffrey Bonin, just popped in. We know Jeff has battled the coronavirus. I see you in the hospital, and it's just good to see my man back up and running. Maybe not at 100%, but it's good to see him back up and running. Now, education is my thing, young lady, and HIS seems to stay on my radar. Now, e-learning and all that is very, very good. I have a problem with the whole scenario. The reason why learning is not going to work is the coronavirus has exposed something. In the last week, you have parents going to Madison High School that had to pick up laptops that ended up with the coronavirus. In order for learning to work, we have to define and put in place what is true equity in education in the Houston Independent School District. There is no equity. Parents should not be picking up laptops in the month of April for a child that started school in the month of August. That's not your fault, but I have a problem with that. And that's not happening at Westside, Lamar, Bel Air. That's happening at Madison, Yates, Booker T. So before we can even fathom trying to get to e-learning, we have to level the playing field. And the problem that I have with equity in the Houston Independent School District, there's only one true way to get it. They need to redraw the district lines, send kids to the schools where they're supposed to go, put them in the seats that they're supposed to be in, and then, like you said, in that dance class that you had that only had $500, now you got 150 more kids, and you got more income coming into your school. So e-learning is great if you can create equity. So my question is, and this is from me to you, because you look like you're an African American, right?
Yes, sir, I am.
What's your favorite restaurant?
Taste Bar and Kitchen.
Okay. You remember the last time you went there?
Mm-hmm.
Did you go through the front door or the back door to get your food?
The front.
You know why you were able to go through the front door?
Why?
Because a long time ago, some good black people was going to get their heads mashed in so we could be able to do that. My question to you is, if we know that learning in the Houston Independent School District or education in a whole, you could be from Iowa right now to ask you the same question. We know that there is no equity, and we know that it's unfair to black and brown kids, kids of color. Then why is it that nobody that works for the system will stand up against the system? Now, be careful, because, I know I don't want you to say I got to keep my job. You can't even use that answer.
But that's on you.
But when I ask that question, I want you to remember where you got your food from the last time you went to your favorite restaurant.
And I get it, but at the end of the day, you got to think about equity as a whole in education. It's even if you take HISD out the equation, there's still parents that are out there who has children that have broken their laptops. So they will have to go up to a school and pick up a laptop around this time of the month or around this time of the year. These laptops, we have to realize that kids are sometimes, I don't want to say clumsy, but sometimes kids are clumsy. They might drop a phone. 9 times out of 10, they're going to get their phone fixed before they get their computer fixed.
And that's true. They may drop their phone, but HISD has been dropping the ball for the last 20 years. I know I fought for black kids to have laptops 7 years ago when the white schools had them and the blacks still didn't have them, and we still at the same point. But they have a warehouse. There's a warehouse full of them.
See, I don't know anything about that. That's
exactly. That's not your lane.
She's not in the proper pay grade to be answering.
No, but my thing is teachers, principals, I talk to them all the time. They cry, they complain, this is not fair, they're not doing my school right. Well, goddamn it, why don't you stand up?
Because
we just need their job. Retaliation.
They need their job. Like, no one wants to be, nobody wants to stand up to hire whomever the gods may be, whatever the case may be. Nobody wants to stand up to them and then suffer the consequences of losing their job. Like, that's just the real.
I give you this then. They don't want to lose their jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Martin lost his life.
This is true.
Malcolm lost his life.
That is them.
Edgar lost his life.
That is them. You gotta realize that's a different era. Like, we don't have those type of people here nowadays. And if we do have them, they're gonna say what they have to say, then they're gonna fall on the back burner. Dr. Sebi was one of them.
Okay, I'm just gonna say this. Mm-hmm. Sweet, I know you gotta be politically correct because you have some of your your people watching the show. So you answer these questions very political like a politician. I appreciate that. So you keep your job. Because you say something out of line, your ass gonna be fired by tomorrow. So I'm glad how you handle it the way you're doing it. And Gary Monroe has all the receipts based on to what he's saying. But I know as far as with you, it's only certain things that you're limited to say, right? Yeah. So it would be something that we would have to talk offline about because on the war zone, we let it all go. If you not ready for that capacity, you need high letters on the back burner.
Okay. I just feel that the liberties that we have nowadays, when all you've been able to do is read a book about your history and you've never participated in that, then people don't realize that you're in the middle of segregation in education all over again. And the reason that we can't get no movement on education to make this thing equitable or fair is because nobody wants to step to the plate because they'll lose their jobs. But I remember standing in a boardroom one night and didn't know that my stomach was septic. I was dying and ended up in the hospital for 23 days. But the only thing I could think about was standing up for them kids. But I guess I'm built from the old days.
Well, I tell you what, Gary, I stand up for the children that are in foster care, right? I don't give two flying shits about them people at that state office because I'm gunning for all of them. But see, I can do that because you know why? So if you want to try to retaliate against me, I'm politically connected, number one. Then number two, if you try to come in there and go through my file, however the case may be, you ain't gonna find nothing because I stay ready to keep them getting ready. So we're in two different lines of work. You see what I'm saying? So I'll go and talk by the commission and talk crazy to them if you're not doing your job. You can't go and do that to no principal unless you got another job waiting for you.
And that's what I'm definitely going to agree with. There's a difference going into a principal office or a superintendent's office saying, I don't need this job. I'm here because I want to be here. That's a different type of conversation when a person has 2 kids and the only way they can feed their family is teaching. So they have to accept, they don't have to accept, they choosing to accept the bull crap in order to feed their family. That's the life I've seen for so many teachers. I done seen principals dog teachers out because they know that that's their only job. And they
But
know
you know
that.
what though, Elvante? But see, that's how it was when I got into the foster care game. You see what I'm saying? And the reason why they were done the way that they were being done, because they feared retaliation. It took one person who had to stand and be like, I'm not having this no more. You have to play chess, not checkers.
And I agree, but I believe now that, especially when you're a teacher that's overeducated, because I believe that you could be an overeducated teacher. I believe that. When you understand the game, the way I understand the game, it's a different scenario because I can go talk to my principal and tell her, hey, look, you can get rid of me at the end of the day, and I'm still going to be able to stand regardless. But right is right and wrong is wrong. Some people that's in the principalship can't take that because they're not really that educated. So they threatened by people with education.
Mm-hmm.
So my first thing I always ask a principal, you tell me it's about the data, start test data, but you have a master's degree. Anybody that knows a person with a master's degree doesn't have no research background. So how can you tell me to go look at the data when you have no research background?
Not necessarily true because if they're doing an actual thesis, they do have to do research.
They do.
What
That's
type of
very limited research though, and you know that. That's very limited.
depends on what type of masters you get.
So
And then it depends on what university.
I respect the mind of everybody, and I respect everybody's hustle, and I get it with the reason why some people feel they can't say anything. I remember I was, celebrating an accomplishment where I helped get rid of the principal at Jackie A. Senior High School, Demetrius Hill, who was only put there to tear up our school so they could possibly close it. And I went to war on him. My alumni turned on me. It didn't matter. I saw something they didn't see. We ended up with a new principal named Dr. Ken Davis, and I refused to go and meet him. I refused. It took me about 3 months. And when I sat in his office, he said, man, I know who you are. I said, I know who you are. He say, you got any questions? I say, I only have one. He say, what's that? Are you prepared to lose your job for these children? And he said, I don't care. I will lose my job. And ever since Ken Davis came to Yates, they have not been our. Those kids are coming to school. The dropout rate has went down. We have a new principal. Nothing has changed. Some days you got to give a damn.
I agree.
Yeah.
Some days you just have to. And I'm being honest with you. These people have attacked me in every way that they could attack me, but it didn't stop me because I only saw kids needing help, regardless of what color they were. I didn't care. I love my special ed babies. I feel that they're the forgotten kid. And even with all this e-learning and kids with IEPs that saying they need certain things, it's not being done right now. It can't.
Yeah, and then too, we still also have to remember that this came suddenly. So there really was no opportunity for proper preparation.
And I'll tell
So
you this, Germany, from here on out, they need to live by this philosophy. If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready.
Didn't I say that?
So,
that's
Germany,
true. That's true.
we're gonna close this segment of our show. We're gonna give you some final statements of either positivity for students, positivity for parents, whatever you feel like you want to give out to the world from an educator standpoint. Please share out. So I'm gonna give you that opportunity to do that.
I would just say stay prayed up, stay hopeful. Everything happens for a reason, but this too shall pass. We're in a very unfortunate situation, but there is light at the end of the tunnel. So just hang in there.
All right, Germany, I appreciate you coming on. Thank you so much for your invite. Well,
All right.
answers for us. Thank you.
All righty. Bye.
Bye.
All right, check it out. Now it's time to turn it up. Go ahead right now, press that share button, press the like button, because there's been some heat in the kitchen, and we've been turning that thing up. So yeah, y'all thought that show was gonna be real light. It's time to turn that thing up. Monroe, go ahead and take over, buddy.
Say, man, my phone been lit all day long, man. I'm talking about this shit here worse than a reality show. What's going on? It's gonna be a lot of people going to jail, man. It's gonna be a lot of people going to jail, man. If you don't go to jail, you will not be a politician anymore. You feel what I'm saying? You will never be a politician anymore. I don't know even where to start. Elvante, where should we start?
So let's start with the findings of what we have found going up to the press conference, because there's going to be a press conference about this. And then once you do that, pass it back to me, because then I think I got something to say that's going to light you on fire. That have
Let's
you
go
going,
with it. Don't hold it up. Don't hold it up. Let's get to the meat of it.
Okay.
And
Boy, I like the meat.
Okay.
I got protein.
We're going to talk about 142.
All right, 142, right?
Wait a minute. Do that real quick. I just want to say, all I want to say, I got some.
Oh, we're going to get to that too.
We're going to get to that.
Okay.
So look.
Hey.
So a lot of people talking about 142. We talked about Lily Schechter. We talked about Jerry Davis. Talked about Bonton. We talked about Harold Dutton. And we talked about the notary, right? So my main thing was, I got to thinking, who's the most powerful person in the Harris County Democratic Party? I began to think, out of all of those people right there, who's the most powerful? A lot of people would have told me Lily. I disagree. I believe the notary is the most powerful person right now in the Democratic Party in Harris County. Why do I say that? If you go to the party website, it shows this man happens to be the IT and the data person for Harris County Democratic Party. So what does that mean? That means that he knew exactly who to put in 142 in order to steal a certain amount of votes to ensure that Jerry Davis got in the race. That's what I'm guessing. That's what my suspicions lead me to. That they knew, based off of the data that he had collected for 142, if he put a Hispanic lady in the race, she will pull the right amount of votes to put Jerry Davis into a runoff.
Well, I want you to go back real quick. I need to take the shades off. Say that last statement again.
I personally believe, in my opinion.
I don't want you to do the whole disclaimer.
Okay. So the IT and the data person for the party is the person that notarized the young lady to get in 142.
And what type of lady they wanted in there?
A Hispanic lady, well, Hispanic woman that pulled the right number of votes. See, an African-American woman.
The problem with Natasha Deming Ruiz is she's not Hispanic.
Uh-oh.
She is black.
Uh-oh.
A 1994 graduate of Forest Brook High School. Also, her mom, will not name, has been to prison for something major. She is not Latino. And I know exactly where she lives. More importantly, I've now put a face on the name.
Uh-oh. So, think about what I just said. I went back and I said, and I'm going to say it again. They wanted a Hispanic, right? I'm still going to say that because by name, that is a Latino woman.
But here's the thing. Who wanted a Hispanic?
I'm going to say I believe that she was picked very smart by name by Lily Schechter and Jerry Davis.
You are totally wrong.
Uh-oh. Who is she?
I'm going to tell you, this plan was hatched a year ago.
Uh-oh.
It was hatched over a year ago.
Uh-oh.
And the problem that I have with it, you really wasn't that smart.
Uh-oh.
You really were not that smart. Now, you know what's crazy? Because I could bring her mama up, Tara. Let me tell you something. I'm worse than J. Edgar Hoover when I go to get information, because I'm going to find out everything I need to know. Don't disenfranchise my black neighborhoods and think that I'm going to sit here and not go get everything that I need. Because I think if I'd have stole this out of the store, I'd have been in a fucking jailhouse by now. But people can steal a whole election and still get to walk the streets. Man, not only do I know about her mama, I know about the candidate mama who know about her.
Uh-oh.
Let me say that real slow. Not only do I know about her mama, I know about the candidate mama that know about her. The problem that I have with this, there were no checks and balances done with the Harris County Democratic Party. Did you not receive a letter on February 8th or 9th that told you about the invisible candidate? Did people in the community not get the same letter that divulged that there was a candidate in the race that did not exist? Let me go back and say this one last time. Well, this new. Allegedly, Jared Davis, didn't you get the same letter before the election that told you about the candidate not exist? And here's what you said. When the election was over, oh, I forgot. That whole goddamn race need to be thrown out. That whole fucking race needs to be thrown out. And you know what?
And why is that? Why is that?
They knew about the fucking candidate before the election. They knew.
So I have a question. My question is simple. So since she is a real person, I don't know if she lives in 142 or not. What's the problem now? Is she saying that someone forged her signature on this paper or what?
She not saying nothing. I'm going to smoke her ass out.
What year she came out of Forest Brook?
1994.
Okay, I can get somebody, because if 9 times out of 10, if you went to Forest Brook, you went to middle school with me. I went to
And the
PC.
only reason why the Ruiz was put on there, just like you said, to make people think that she was a Latino woman, when in all actuality, she's a black woman.
But my thing is, on top of that, when you think about this guy that's in IT, see, no one did no research on this gentleman. No one did any research. Well, I can't say no one on this show, but people out there didn't do no research on this guy to know that this guy has money. him and his wife have lots and lots of money. So money isn't the issue for them. So
look, man, the Harris County Democratic Party ain't done no research on nobody. They only research the people that they don't want in office. They only file complaints or pull you out of races if they don't want you in office.
but now you gotta think.
If they wanted to research something, then ask them why they didn't research the fact that you got Cynthia Bailey in that B race, right?
Right.
Why they didn't research the fact that Tasha Jackson has a felony?
My Lord.
And you notice I did not say allegedly.
Are you serious?
Delvante, you sitting there like you stuck. Y'all rocking with the wrong dude, man.
Hey, that's something I didn't know. I'm gonna be honest
But
with you.
they knew.
I'm finna direct a shot on that.
But you threw Willie Dennis out the race because you said he had a felony.
Wow.
And you only allowed Cynthia to stay in the race because you feel she will beat Tasha. See, if they go do the research, now this is allegedly, then why don't they research? If they go do the research, my friend, you have a felony for real estate fraud.
I'm dead. Wait.
Problem they say, and it ain't a problem for me, is, oh, it's sealed. I don't give a damn if it's sealed or not. If you have a felony, you have a felony.
Okay, wait a minute.
So the person that's getting fucked in that race is the one that's still in court.
Whoa. You open up a hey.
So you talking about Renee Jefferson?
Renee Jefferson is the one that's getting fucked in District B.
Wow.
I said it, and I told y'all, if I got a court case that I gotta file, I ain't taking it to state court. Because all them cocksuckers is broke.
Boy, you just did, baby.
You fucking with the herb. Y'all, look, I love y'all. We're a hell of a team. This is the war room, but you got the head of the urban sitting in here. Then we go to get it. We go get it and come back with it, man.
Wait a minute.
Tasha Jackson has a felony. But you kicked Willie D out the race because you said he had a felony. So that Negro wasn't the one you wanted in office.
My Lord. My Lord. Woo!
So that whole district over there is messed up. Huh?
I'm dropping here. Look, man, I got some motherfucking pills. They can have some of these pills if I'm hurting their stomach. So let's give it to them. Let's give it to them. Cynthia.
Come on. Give me some more. Give me some more.
Cynthia Bailey. Fuck it. You win in court. You go in and you win and you're the new city council person. How many of these you want to take? These some Tylenol 3s. The plan is, as soon as you take your fucking seat, the state of Texas is going to remove you. So either way, somebody in B is going to get the dick. And what it's doing is making black Democrats look like some motherfucking fools.
Man.
Now I say that we trying to figure out Cynthia Bailey. You got a felony, you got a felony. You did your time, you did your time. The issue is, it's not really an issue of whether she had a felony. It's an issue of whether or not she committed perjury. Because she, on her paperwork, she said she didn't have one. You see what I'm saying? So the issue is whether you falsified the documentation. But if we're gonna talk about felonies, let me jack that motherfucking bus up. Cynthia, don't go up under there by yourself, because Tasha got a motherfucking felony too.
Now,
well, Ray, looks like you got enough.
Is that why Tasha supported Cynthia Bailey and staying in the race?
Hey, man, I think we need to look at Tasha's connection to Top. Allegedly, that house you in, Didn't Top pay for that?
What?
I gotta get in my seat. Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Allegedly,
Let's skip this part.
allegedly, we already look, man. If we gonna tell the truth, goddamn, let's shame the devil.
This is the war zone. You right. Tell the
Fucking
truth.
right. It is what it is. It's the fucking war zone. So now I want to question. I'm putting it out there. Harris County Democratic Party. Tasha Jackson got a felony too. And the immortal words of Pimp C, if you had it right now, you could smoke something, bitch.
Hey, I need y'all right now to go press the share button and press the like button on this video because it's been turned up and the heat is on right now all over District B and 142 because that kind of District B falls into 142. So it's all the same cousins and family right there. So make sure you press that share button because I need Tasha Jackson to pop up on this screen. I need Cynthia Bailey to go on and pop up in this screen.
My issue is if it's wrong for one, it should be wrong for everybody. If they saying it was wrong for Cynthia to have a felony, which I feel it's not. If she did her goddamn time, and that's the end of that, it shouldn't be wrong. A felon should come back and get the goddamn rights that everybody else has. You want the same fucking tax money up out of them.
Did you know this though?
Then they can vote.
Hold on. Monroe, did you know that Tarsha and Jerry Davis is connected?
What? Man, you about to blow the roof off this bitch, man.
Whoa!
So you ain't realize there's a connection there?
Talk to me. Hold on. So Tasha's connected to Jerry Davis?
Yeah.
But Cynthia did consulting work for Jerry also. What the fuck is going on?
we a love and politics 142 District B race type of show over there because it's real interesting over there.
Woo.
So there's a lot of connections that's being made slowly but surely in this. So how many corrupt motherfuckers we got over there?
Well, fuck it. Let's just connect all the corrupt motherfuckers, man. Not only did we, people know about this woman's felony. Watch this here. I ain't gonna put allegedly. The city attorney knew, as well as the mayor. But I don't think the mayor would say anything because he paid her too.
Somebody want to know, is it registered in Texas? That felony registered in Texas? I don't want to know.
Well, I tell you this here, it ain't gonna be a shock to me. With the way this shit going, it's gonna be a whole bunch of felons in office. It's gonna be a whole bunch of black motherfuckers that's politicians that got felonies. So this shit is just fucking ridiculous.
Woo.
Now I'm gonna say this here. I don't know how a motherfucker, today I sent y'all 2 pictures, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I sent y'all the pictures of one of Jerry Davis's houses, and it was beautiful, wasn't it?
A beautiful lot.
Nice grass. Love the grass.
Okay, well, I tell you what, Candace, pull that picture up and see if you can put it at the screen. I am finna show y'all one of Jerry Davis's houses.
Oh, what you got, y'all?
Hold on, she finna get it.
Oh, my Lord.
You got it?
No,
I had so many texts going on with all the tea.
she
Okay.
moved too slow.
So
Show it. That, back it up. Hold on, can y'all see it? Right there. Right, come back to the front. Right there, that is Jerry Davis's house. The corner of Kentucky and the East Tex Freeway. That is the address that he has on his driver's license.
but let me do the other picture.
Where in the fuck is the investigation? That is his house right there.
So he must got a tree house.
No, he lives at the house in the gated community. And everybody in B knows he does not stay there. That is Jerry Davis's house. Y'all see it? Where the fuck is the House? Where the fuck is the investigation by the people that could kick him off the ballot?
They say it's gonna get more interesting when Johnny Blaze come on here. Oh, I forgot to confirm with y'all to let y'all know. She said she'll be here Sunday.
I believe that when I.
She said she downloaded Zoom and she said she'll be here Sunday. I'm just letting y'all know. That's
okay. Whatever.
That's what was said.
I'm like tomorrow, whatever.
So here's my thing. The thing about that empty lot, them motherfuckers already knew.
Can y'all see?
Talking about that.
Okay.
Say, man, that whole 142, District B, both of them races need to be thrown the fuck out. Because what's finna happen to B, you ain't gonna have no representation till damn near sometime in 21.
Okay, well then if that's the case, then
Now, if nobody in B has the guts to file an official complaint with the city secretary in regards to Jared Davis, I'll do it my goddamn self. But it's a fucking shame that I gotta come from another district and do the shit that you taxpayers should do over there. Get off your ass and get these crooks out of office. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get so emotional.
No, you doing what you're supposed to do. You the 5-star general. You doing what you're supposed to do.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Let me tell y'all what. Let me tell them what's going on.
It's for me. I got.
Janelle Dunn says Cynthia been working with the city gas community since 1998. I really don't care, and I'm gonna tell you why I don't care. If you're gonna work with our communities, you work with them genuinely. If you're gonna work with our communities with an underlying plot, we don't need your fucking help. And the way this shit is played out right now, this is an embarrassment to black politics in the city of Houston. Don't be mad when your Republican counterparts chew your ass up, because you're doing this shit to yourself. I don't want to fuck with these people. And we are comfortable with us making us look bad.
Yeah. They say follow the money. They say when you look at District B and Tarsha.
If you keep following the money in B and 142, you're going to end up at the motherfucking motel.
They say, look, follow the money. The money's going to
tell you. Because it's a whole bunch of motherfucking games being played and a bunch of dick slinging going on in them two races. And it's a goddamn shame that the people that are suffering are the ones that still have faith in these crooked son of a bitches.
Woo!
I'm gonna call the flow a little bit, baby. Go on. Say all up tonight.
So no, that's not it. So as we was talking about 142 today, That's all we was talking about, 142. And to one of our counterparts, he posted about 142. Aubrey Taylor, Business Connect.
Love him.
He's doing an awesome job. And we was under his post, and a young lady, I'm gonna say her name because clearly on that post she put her name. Lachelle Scott called out she called out the chairman of the Texas Coalition of Black Democrats, Harris County. And allegedly, she says that he has, I'll leave it at that, because Candace told me to.
Because I got it right here.
Oh, no, let me finish telling, then you can have it. So if you go look at that post, she says that she reached out to Lily Monroe and told Lily that some inappropriate actions was taking place. And I'm going to leave it at that point right there, and I'll allow Candace to take over.
I just have one question. Do they have some type of sexual harassment policy in place with these organizations?
I'm going to say HBAD did not have
We got some people saying that the video is frozen.
it
We're
says
not frozen. We good.
okay.
I'm
So
looking at it. It's saying broadcast interrupted.
but let's keep going. Let me look. Oh, it's back on. So
Okay.
it's back moving. So go ahead, Candace. Go ahead. Just take over from at that. Oh yeah, you said the question was, what was the question, Monroe?
Ma'am,
What was the question you asked?
look, I gotta be careful. Miss Galloway told me I can't cuss no more.
So, but you said that, or you used your cuss words up for tonight.
Okay.
So, what was the question you asked? Does the organizations have a harassment policy?
Sexual harassment policy.
I haven't seen one personally, so I would say I'm not 100% sure that
Okay, so the only thing I will say is this: sometimes when you go into these situations acting unladylike, they'll treat you like a.
Okay, so Candace, let's
You
go.
ready?
Yeah, we ready.
Okay. This fresh off the top in my email today. The Lachelle Scott young lady. Okay. Alleged Lachelle Scott is an attention seeker. She was a used car salesman. She makes you feel sorry for her by using an undiagnosed illness to beg you for money for her dog pretending to be your friend. Here's the tea. Lachelle Scott doesn't live in her precinct, and the Democratic Party and the DA will be notified of her ineligibility and voter fraud. And why can't she go back home to live with her mother? A habitual student lying on college applications to get student loans to live off of, and repeats this financial crack cycle over again. The game is up. Get a job. Oh, but you sick. At least your dog healthy. And then, this not allegedly.
Okay, but hold on. Go back to the
No,
allegedly.
this part is not allegedly.
But go back to the allegedly.
Okay.
Allegedly, whoever gave you that, if they can't prove the stuff in there, then why say it?
No, they can't prove.
Okay, but that means they should have gave you. I had to tell somebody that today. Tried to give me some information. Look, if you can't verify this, I can't speak on it.
No, it's verified. Also, a cease and desist letter was sent to her by the president of the Harris County chapter of the Texas Coalition of Black Democrats. Okay, because clearly she alleged that he sexually harassed her. And I'm speaking, in my opinion, Terrence Shanks, maybe if you look like Halle Berry, because you look a mess, number one. Number two, I've been with Terrence by myself, and Terrence always been above reproach. That guy, I don't believe that shit than a can of paint. So she can kill that action. And
But you also play devil's advocate. You were not with him or her all the time.
First of all, I'm gonna tell you like this.
Can't speak on somebody else's dick.
No, I hear what
she never stated.
I hear what you're saying.
There's a difference between rape and harassment. She never alleged that he raped her.
Right.
She alleged that he harassed her. So what does that harassment look like? I don't know. He could have called her beautiful and she didn't want to be called beautiful, and that's sexual harassment. So at that point, you really don't know what her claim is. All we know is she claimed that he sexually harassed her.
I'm gonna tell you like this here: mental illness is real, baby.
It is. But black men have to understand the Me Too movement is strong. I believe in women, I believe in black women, but the Me Too movement is strong. If you get accused of sexually harassing a woman, You guilty until you're proven innocent in this world.
Well,
So I don't know the claim of what it is. Now, don't get me wrong. I've heard this about a year and a half ago, but I'm no PI. I'm not going to private and investigate to see if she was right or wrong. But hey, that's her claim. She said she sent it to Lily, and Lily did nothing about it. At that point,
oh really?
I know Terrence and I know Lachelle. Lily is wrong for not investigating the situation.
Really? And Lily also wrong for not investigating that she don't live in that precinct either.
Okay, so how is I'm confused because how is I'm not a Lily fan, but I'm for right. So Lily is wrong for not investigating
Because she did an official complaint on Terrence because if you,
and on behalf of who?
because the Texas court.
So anybody can go to just because I vote, they can go to the Harris County Democratic Party and file a complaint on me?
No, the Texas Coalition of Black Democrats, the organization falls under Harris County Democratic Party. So she filed a complaint on the organization's leadership to the party, and they didn't investigate it.
I also will go back and say that y'all have built these organizations with these fucked up bylaws that do not address these issues. And maybe that's why Lily didn't address it, because there's nothing in the bylaws that will require it.
Well, it's something in the bylaws about her not living in that precinct. Okay?
So
And
we talking about a precinct chair when we got a whole motherfucking council member running for state rep that don't live where he supposed to live.
so I'm going to say this again. That's a pattern in practice. It's a pattern in practice, people. And I'm just going to say, in my personal opinion, as far as what Terrence Shanks is concerned, this is my opinion. I ain't buying that shit. I ain't buying it at all. That's my opinion.
So let me ask you a question, since you're very opinionated. It's not that I think Terrence did it or didn't do it. So what's your opinion on R. Kelly?
R. Kelly, I'm going to tell you like this. R. Kelly did that shit.
What makes you believe that?
R. Kelly did that shit, bro.
What makes you believe that? What facts have you seen?
I seen the video.
What, is that the real video?
Man, that was R. Kelly, big dog.
Because the girl said it wasn't her in the video. What I'm trying to tell you is, it's just the way that I'm built.
Hello.
Before I give an opinion on some shit, especially a sexually related offense, I need to see the evidence. And then I'll say you did it or didn't do it. That's just me.
I totally agree. And I for me, number one, it wasn't a matter of me saying that it was facts or not facts.
Hold on.
What I feel like at the end of the day is she has a right to say, if she feels like this happened to her. One thing, like I said, we have to understand, sexual harassment, sexual assault, and rape is totally different things. When she says sexual harassment, we don't know what part of sexual harassment she could be speaking of, because that I don't know. But also, Tyra, she makes a very valid point. It's not a good look for anyone to get a claim of sexual harassment on them, no matter who it's coming from. So that part is tough, and like I said, Terrence, I know him and I know Lachelle, and I'm not taking a side. I'm not going to have an opinion about it because I don't know the facts, and I wasn't there to say it happened or it didn't happen because I wasn't a person that was called as a witness for it.
But once again, another black eye on the Harris County Democratic Party.
Okay, well then let's take it back to let's go back to that District B.
No, let's keep going. Then we'll come back to District B.
Touch back on
Then
that
we'll
district.
come back to B. We're steadily moving forward. Then we can backtrack.
All right. Okay.
So somebody tell me, Harris County Democratic Party, do you know that 4 people are about to be indicted by the feds for voter fraud, for pimping the early ballots?
Ooh.
And one of your people done snitched?
Ooh.
Another black eye for the Harris County Party. What the fuck is y'all running over there? Early ballots has been a problem in Houston and surrounding county electoral races for years. Somebody then snitched. Somebody finna get caught up. And from what I clearly understand, Alvante, can you look at me now?
Let me set up.
Sometimes the chickens come home to roost. Because the shit you do gonna catch up with you.
What comes in the wash come out in the rinse.
It's gonna come out, man. It's been a hell of a day, man. So if you want to backtrack now to B, backtrack to B.
Okay. Let's go back. Okay, because I'm still trying to grasp my mind around this situation with Latasha Jackson.
Well, also, won't you wrap your mind around the fact she live in Spring, Texas?
Okay, wait a minute.
Man, I'm hitting from
So
every angle.
let me ask you this. Okay, so I want to make sure that I'm getting this right. Okay, so are you throwing Cynthia Bailey under the bus too?
That ain't say Cynthia Bailey. I said Tasha Jackson.
No. I heard everything that you said. I'm just trying to make sure I'm understanding. Are you throwing Cynthia Bailey under the bus, or are you just saying that she does have a felony?
Unless you're not listening to me tonight.
I want to make sure.
When did I throw Cynthia Bailey under the bus? I'm not going to even entertain that question because that's not what I've said.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. I just want to know. You throwing Cynthia
Now,
Bailey?
if you need me to throw her under the bus, I can.
Well, why would you throw her under the bus, though?
I'm throwing anybody under the bus that ain't straight.
You say what now?
I'm throwing anybody under the bus that ain't straight.
So why do you feel that Cynthia Bailey ain't straight? Cynthia cool.
She cool?
I don't have an issue with her.
She cool.
That lady did her time.
Hold on.
She did what she's supposed to do.
I think you're trying to put words in my mouth.
No, I'm not. That's why I'm asking. I ain't trying to put no words in your mouth. That's why I'm asking.
I think, honestly, we're about to have our very first argument.
Okay.
Because there's nothing that I've said tonight that has thrown Cynthia Bailey under a bus.
I'm getting clarification. So
what?
now
I never said it.
No, I want to get clarification. That's why I asked.
What I said is, in regards to Cynthia Bailey, is at the same time that the mayor was paying her $17,000, she was on Jerry Davis's payroll too. The connection is Davis.
I'm gonna tell you like this. As far as with Cynthia Bailey, that lady paid her debt to society.
What? Ain't nobody said nothing about that.
No, I'm saying that's what I'm saying. The lady paid her debt to society. That lady did what she's supposed to do. I don't got no issue with that. But what I want to know is that they want to give her ass flack for a felony, but you said Tasha Jackson got a felony?
Tasha Jackson got a felony.
Get the fuck out of here.
Tasha Jackson live in Spring, Texas.
She live by me. Wow.
And the rest of us sitting around here like we on the plantation singing our favorite song.
Don't do
it. Nigga, what you gonna say?
So is this
when freedom come your way?
So is this the house that Tasha Jackson living in currently is the one that's allegedly paid for by Top?
Allegedly.
Yeah, what he said, allegedly.
Allegedly. So who is connected to Top?
Rodney Ellis.
Across the goddamn board.
And that
the man that wants to run the whole fucking county.
So that's the Don who you was talking about as the last night show. Monroe.
What about him?
That's the Don.
I ain't scared to call that nigga name. Rodney Ellis.
the art guy.
Allegedly the stolen diamonds.
So I have someone just sent me a message, and what they stated was I'm asking this, Monroe, is this something that you can believe? They say Tarsha Jackson and Jerry Davis are both ran by Jewish developers. I'm asking this question, do you believe it? Because just the other night when we spoke to Miss Carol Galloway, she stated that Jerry Davis was doing what in the district? What was his goal for 142?
Say it.
To be a developer, right?
A developer, right?
So earlier I stated that Tarsha Jackson and Jerry Davis was in cahoots, right?
Yeah.
All right. What 3 signatures do you need in order to get landed in a particular area? A state.
State rep one.
Oh, there we go. So they would have all 3 signatures, right? For their money play.
And who better than somebody with Jewish developer ties to run your whole Democratic Party?
Well, I'm gonna tell you.
And it doesn't matter. You can be from motherfucking Istanbul, Turkey, and be black as a motherfucking piece of charcoal. If your ass ain't right, we eating you up.
Well, let me ask y'all this then. And I'm just asking because I'm going back to like when they had the polls and they had the voting and all that stuff was going on, and that was during the time with the Renee situation. And I know Renee very well, but what I found interesting was that the people in District B didn't want her, and I'm not understanding why they didn't want Renee. Like I'm not understanding, and then they got furious with her when she did the lawsuit, I guess. So like, what's y'all opinion on that?
My question is the money that was behind her what they don't like?
Well, see, the thing was, I didn't hear that portion of it.
I'm asking, is it the money that's behind her? Because if you look at it, who's the puppet master for Renee Jefferson?
Oh,
let me stop you.
Cummins.
Let me stop y'all for a second. I'm gonna read a comment from Chris Spellman. Please script your show because you guys are all over the place. You're very fuck what you talking about. Stay in your fucking lane.
Wait a minute, Nick, that was Chris saying that.
Stay in your motherfucking lane. If you motherfuckers wasn't out there doing the shit you doing, we wouldn't have to fucking talk about it.
He says that number one, hold on. Look, listen. Dr. Chris Spellman, you just got on the show because clearly we went and talked to an educator for roughly 20 minutes. We jumped on 142. We went to District B. We went to LaShelle Scott. And then we went back to where we already touched. So if you're talking about a script show, if you follow the show from the time we got on at 7 o'clock, you'll be caught up with everything we're talking about. So if you're confused, how about you log off, and when we close this down, you can get back on, and you can see everything we talked about from the beginning.
Wait a minute.
Hold on. All this shit about being a state legislator to be a developer, you need to look at the number of properties Jared Davis owns right now. He's already a fucking developer.
Wait a minute, hold on. First of all, let me make sure I get this understood. Hold up. First of all, last I checked, if it wasn't for the war zone, you understand what I'm saying? If it wasn't for this show, Brittany Morris would not be a judge.
Well, hold on. Let's stop right there.
No, don't do us.
No, let's stop right there. See, because I can smell bullshit from a mile away. I love the way Lily wrote that letter. You put a whole bunch of shit in that letter that you didn't have to put in there just to say that Brittany would be eligible again. So this is my honest opinion. You put that in that letter because y'all plan on coming back and fuck her once she take the seat. You don't do that to yourself, Alvante. When I
don't us unless we sit.
Never wrong.
No, it's not. I'm not talking about you. I just it bothers me when someone says stick to the goal. If it's not a fact,
stuff we want to do.
We say allegedly if it's not a fact. If it's a fact, we say what it is. Point.
Hey, man.
Period.
Can I ask you a question? The comment that just set you off, did it come from an African American?
Of course
Yep.
it did.
Okay, so let me say this here. That's the one Harriet Tubman would have shot in the fucking head in the woods. Because some of these Negroes don't want to be free. They don't want the truth. They don't want the truth to come out. It's a whole bunch of, no, it ain't. I'm saying it wrong. It's a small clique of Negroes that's making a fortune off our black community.
That's the funny thing, though. The funny thing is, how often do you turn on to a middle of an episode of a show, of a season, and say, damn, I'm lost. I don't know what's going on. Let me start.
Man, we ain't finna entertain them people, man. Let's keep moving.
Let's keep telling some more tea. Come on with it, Monroe. Because, you know, we've been busy.
Maybe he doesn't need to be a state legislator to be a developer. Because from what I understand, looking at the, the appraisal shit and all that, the man owns over 20 properties.
Miss Galloway, I apologize for misquoting you as well. I misquoted Miss Galloway, so I apologize.
Owns over 20 properties in a community that he's not a part of. So basically, you done came in here and you just done bought up the hood. The same hood that's a food desert, that doesn't have a quality grocery store.
Payless got some dirty rights, though. They got some good booty balls, too.
And to the best of my knowledge, and I might be totally wrong, maybe they didn't want Renee because she wasn't the puppet that they could control.
Well, you have to look. Cummings and Rodney are connected, right?
Definitely.
CWA and Rodney.
Oh, you're talking about the CWA that go buy all the memberships for certain things like the NAACP elections and go buy all the fucking memberships up just so they could keep the same leadership in there?
So ultimately, that's why they want. I don't think Tarsha is connected with Rodney Ellis the way the way Renee would be, because Renee has the backing of Clyde Cummings.
So you don't believe she's connected?
Who?
She's connected through top.
Of course. But
and you know what else I started thinking about today, Big Dog?
What was that?
Is when I look at how the Asians do their packs and the whites do their packs, and I look at that.
Mm-hmm.
You might go to one meeting, it's an organization, you see some people over here. Then another meeting you go to is some people over here. You feel me? You follow me, Candy? And then it's some people over here at the other meeting. Why is it the same Negroes at all the meetings?
Every last one of them.
Every last one of your black packs got the same Negroes, and y'all worse than the second Bush that was in the White House, because all he did when he went there, he used his daddy's same cabinet and put them in different positions. And that's what y'all doing with these black packs. You got the same black people running these packs. They just hold different positions. Tell me I'm wrong. Which one of them, who is a member of HBAD that's not a member of the coalition?
It says we stuck. Did you look at it?
Oh, hold on.
He said, hold on.
This is what I'm going to say. Who is it? Why is it with all the black packs compared to the white ones that it's the same Negroes in all of the organizations, but yet they all hold different positions?
They say Jerry Davis has an investment firm.
See, you know what? You lucky Miss Galloway on here. Because I would tell them what to invest in. But I ain't going to do it.
They say here real estate.
Look, this is my thing. And I'm going to get away from Jerry. I'm going to get away from that. No matter who it may be. Why is it that when they're black and they're in politics, we just can't accept the fact that they're dirty? And we will give them pass after pass after pass after pass. I celebrate one black politician today. I know that the parks were a real big issue to you, Candace.
There.
And the mayor made an announcement that city parks will be closed starting tonight at 8 o'clock.
That's what's up.
And the only reason why that happened is Dr. Carolyn Evans Shabazz, City Councilwoman District D, put that heat on Park and Rec. So
Yeah.
when anybody think they can get credit for it, you have some politicians out there that's doing their thing. You feel what I'm saying? And she got them parks closed.
Good job, Dr. Shabazz.
Good for you, Dr. Shabazz. That's what I'm talking about.
I love politicians like Letitia Plummer, who's standing up against the establishment in regards to this freeway expansion. She's worried about more people becoming homeless. So she's sticking by her pre-election commitment that she would not support this thing like this.
Oh, they say we're the investment firm too.
Yeah, his wife. She gets paid a bunch of money off the HHA. Houston Housing.
Housing.
Yeah.
Oh, you talking about the wife that want to put the poor people on the contaminated land?
Yeah.
Man, let me tell you something, man.
I need Wayne Detrofino on this.
Listen to what we are talking about.
Why don't you call Wayne and tell him to come get on the show?
Listen to what we're talking about. Look at all the disparaging comments that we can say about black leadership in the city of Houston, and you people think we in a good place? You gonna force me to go over there to the white folk?
But no, they want to talk about our show that we not in format with our show.
And I'm in format with whatever I want to do.
Ain't nobody.
Look, man, I'm gonna tell you now. I'm not a racist. I think I'm gonna go over there and work with the white people, man. Until the black people can get their shit together, I can't keep fooling with y'all, man. Y'all talk about these youngsters going to jail, man. Y'all gonna go to jail, man.
Wait a minute.
Man, y'all going to jail, man. Y'all talk that mess about Trump. Man, y'all got something going on down here in Houston that's off the chain. And I think I'm gonna hang out with the good white folk, because y'all is not gonna send me to no penitentiary.
Hey, look, check it out. Look at my phone, right? I'm getting text messages as we speak, right? Somebody said, Gary got more information about 142 than he letting y'all know. I just got that message. Hey, they say you got more information on 142 than
a whole bunch. But you know what? It shouldn't take Gary Monroe to do anything for 142. The people in 142 should do it. They should be telling me, look, you stand down. This is not your community. Give us the information. Let us go handle it. But I'm just back to what I was saying. I'm really nonpartisan. I think I'm going to go hang out with the good white people, because you black people got some shit going on.
Wait a minute.
I don't want to be a part of it. When you go to jail with the corona, they just put you on the medical wing.
Well, that's going to be full.
You're going to be on the same wing with Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, Kirby John. All y'all going to be on the same wing.
Oh, wait. Yeah, hold on, man.
He
Boy,
cut
you
up. He cut up.
Man, I'm not finna go to jail, man.
You're killing me, dog.
I don't want no parts of no politics. Y'all people got some shit going on that all y'all gonna end up in jail.
Oh.
All y'all gonna end up in jail trying to do that social distancing shit. I'm going to hang out with the white people, man. And you know why I would hang out with them? They're smart enough not to get caught doing the shit. You people's raggedy. Y'all is raggedy, man. You go steal $6 million and drop your ID at the crime site. That's the type of shit y'all doing right now.
It's getting hot in here.
Wait a minute, Gary. So, are you going to let the good people know what's happening on Saturday?
Saturday, we're having a press conference. And it's going to be at what is that? 2801 North 2801 East Tex Freeway. It's actually East Tex Freeway in Kentucky at 12 p.m. Gonna drop some very pertinent information in regards to 142, and that's how it's gonna be. Now, I had somebody say the white folks doing the same thing. They are, but they ain't got a lot of shit going on like these Negroes.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna show the world how to social distance. We're gonna be 6 feet apart while we do this press conference with our mask on.
Okay,
They
wait.
gonna be them niggas with all this crazy shit they doing gonna be 6 feet apart with them chains in between them, getting on that fucking bus.
Wait a minute. Somebody say it's gonna be a Jerry house party.
Man, this is ridiculous, man. Y'all laughing, them y'all partners. I'm not fucking with them no more. I'm not messing with them no more. Miss Galloway, I'm sorry. I'm not messing with these Negroes.
Wait,
I'm not going to Burns no more. I'm not going to Triple J's. I'm gonna stay on my side of the bridge.
for real.
There's a lot of stuff going on. Look, man, think about it like this here. You got missing candidates, stolen art, diamonds, freaking shit going on, all under the watchful eye of children. I thought we were supposed to set the example. And you trying to figure out why these young girls and boys is off the chain. Don't be mad at the jackals for running around robbing people.
Hey,
Today politically.
Hey, look.
They say they're having a party at the imaginary house on Saturday.
Hey, no, check this out though. All serious note. See, we 21 minutes over our show time.
Man, we good.
No, look.
Come on,
Gary,
keep going.
they saying that you holding out on this information in 142. So it's clearly somebody watching that wants you to go ahead and spill the beans of 142 because they said that you got the heat from 142. So
Gary,
we can't move on until this heat get dropped.
I've been waiting on this tea because you didn't even tell me. I've been waiting on it.
I'm still getting messages.
All right, I'm gonna be straight with you.
Hold on. This message said, look, this message says clearly, he holding out. Gary is crazy. So what's up?
Wait a minute.
What you holding back, Gary?
Now they done talked about Daryl Smith. They say
No. Hey, Candace, stop. Stop, Candace. Gary, you holding back 142.
All right, I'm gonna be straight with y'all. This all allegedly. All right.
No.
Allegedly.
Okay.
Allegedly. But the problem with the allegedly is they slowly coming with receipts. And that's why I'm telling y'all, man, I got to get away from you Negroes, man. If I ain't going to jail for doing nothing wrong, but you motherfuckers gonna give me a nervous breakdown.
Look here.
Allegedly.
Glasses on top of
Allegedly, the mysterious candidate in 142 was put in the race by Richard Bonton. Allegedly, Mr. Bonton knows exactly who Natasha Deming Ruiz is.
I know you lying.
There are text messages from supposedly Natasha Deming Ruiz to prominent people in the African American community. And I actually have the text messages with the date stamps on them.
Oh my Lord. With my finger.
There is documentation that the Harris County Democratic Party knew all of this. The city attorney knew all of this, as well as the actual mayor knew about this candidate before the elections even started with early voting.
Bonton, where you at?
So Richard Bonton is going to have to come back to the war zone. And when he comes, if he decides to come, I will have everything printed out. Because like I tell these people, You gotta give it to me straight. I'm telling you what was told to me. I can't turn my phone around because I'm recording. Y'all see me recording. But that's what it is allegedly. Hold on. Y'all, Carlos, say hi.
Ooh.
Did you
Hey.
not listen to these conversations as these calls came through today?
Yeah, I did.
Did y'all hear that?
Mm.
Say, man, I got to stop fooling with you Negroes because you're going to give me a nervous breakdown, man.
Wait a minute.
The white folk, look, the white folk might not want me, but I'm going to play with y'all anyway. These folk over here got too much going on, man.
Wait a minute. Hold up. Bonton, where you at, bro? We need to get some straightening around here. Where you at?
By the way, Avante, by Friday, we will be able to announce our first sponsor for our show. So if you want to sponsor our show, reach out to any one of us, and we got our very first sponsor for our show, and we'll announce that Friday. But that, I'm talking about, they ain't come talking today. They start sending the stuff. So if that is true, the only issue that Jared Davis would have is residency.
Hold up. Bonton, where your ass at, bro? See, now see, this the stuff right here that gets up under my hair weave, for real.
Miss Galloway asked a good question. She said, what the city has to do with a state rep seat? Well, the clarification on that, Miss Galloway, is simple. Is the people were trying to let anybody know that this candidate did not exist. So they went as far as contacting the city attorney, trying to let the mayor know, all this stuff. They went as far as doing all of that. And the thing is I have this stuff, man. I'm telling y'all, man. And this is serious, man. This is a violation of state and federal law, man. And that's why I'm telling y'all, I'm about to find some new friends. I'm not gonna play with y'all any longer. I don't want to go to the park with y'all no more, man. Y'all stay in something, bro.
I'm finna get Bob on the phone. Damn this shit.
Get him on the phone.
This right here, I'm not feeling this at all. Somebody finna give me some answers. Y'all hold on.
Well, he was watching. I mean, like I said, allegedly. Because the one thing I'm going to always be fair doing before I put everything out there, I can say allegedly on what I have. You feel what I'm saying? Because I actually have this stuff. So this is ugly. I know he was on the show. He was watching us.
Oh.
System 2814.
I'm finna call one more time. I'm not feeling this shit, man. He got to explain this one. Richard,
Call
you better,
another number.
bro.
I like you. You don't give a damn.
I don't. That's why me and you get along so good. But yeah, I know that's what I'm calling.
To an automatic voice message system 2.
Okay, so Richard, you on the show. I know you see me calling you. I'm just being. I know it's the Crown Raw. I don't give a shit because see, I didn't heard this stuff. Me and Richard went to school together. You know what I'm saying? So this a whole nother level kind of stuff.
I'm gonna tell you like this. Yeah, I went to school. The whole bunch of motherfuckers went to jail.
Hold on.
I'm not saying that he did it. I'm just telling you. You know, they. Hey, man.
Richard Bonton, I need you to rectify this shit.
The man know he on his app.
Hold on. Look here.
Tell him he can come on the show.
We need you to come on this show because we didn't got some tea that has plugged that you were the one that put this ghost person in this race and you've been knowing about this about a year ago. We need you to come on this show.
Now.
Somebody Monroe some shit and we need you on here.
Now.
They trying to good him.
Like right now.
Hold on, let me go put what's up.
Yeah, we on.
Sending him the information right now.
He said he finna text.
You finna tap him in right now?
And Vontae finna text you the information. You need to come on this show, baby. Cause it's like it's pointing to your ass.
Oh, okay. I hear you.
Yeah. See, I'm one of them folk.
Ms. Galloway say the city has nothing to do with state allegations. Elections should have been the DA, and I totally agree with you. I firmly think that something is not right because I don't care who it is, Dutton, Bonton, Davis. I mean, some type of complaint could have been filed before we got locked in. Something could have been filed before we got locked in. That's just how I feel.
Do I need to call Renee Jefferson too? Do I need to call her?
No, we're gonna we're gonna deal with this right now.
Because
right
I
now.
got everybody's number.
Right
Just
now,
tell me who I need to call.
we're gonna deal with this right now.
Cause I'm tired of this shit.
I sent him the information. I'm just waiting on him.
I'm sorry, Miss Galloway, but I'm
just waiting on him to check in right now. We waiting on him to check in right now.
Sorry, that's right. I'm calling everybody.
As soon as he check in, I sent them to him, waiting on him to check in.
Do I need to call Tasha Jackson? That'd be the next call. Do I need to call Tasha Jackson?
I'm patiently waiting. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I sent him the information. I'm waiting. So right now, while we wait for him, please share.
Let me call Tasha Jackson.
No, because we can't get her on yet. We're gonna have one person at a time. Cause y'all done filled me up right now.
Hold on, son. Hold up.
One person.
What's up?
Hey, what is that app called again?
Zoom.
We on Zoom.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Hold on.
How y'all get access to just putting people on y'all show just in the middle of a show like that, huh?
Man, because we can do what we want to do. We in the corona.
No, because y'all supposed to have that script. That was supposed to be script right now.
I got a script for you. And it's called Kiss My Ass. Sorry, Miss Galloway.
I'm still waiting on him to pop up. As soon as he pop up, he'll be here.
I need some new friends. Y'all gonna send somebody to jail, man. Oh, Lord.
We need to come out with our own flavored popcorn.
No, I'm gonna tell you this is what I think while we're waiting on Bonton. I think that the Harris County District Attorney, as well as the Fed, should investigate every single one of those races. It's too much to know.
We need to get our own popcorn called.
Hey, I'm on the phone with Tasha Jackson. Hold on until Bonton get on here. Tasha Jackson.
What did he just tell you that to do that?
How you doing?
I'm fine. How you doing?
All right, Tasha Jackson. Look here. It was some stuff that was on here about you that you got a felony and it's secret.
Well, no, I don't have a felony, and I've been hearing about felony that I'm supposed to have, and I told some of my opponents and people that are seeing it, I'm more than happy to share information and clear it up, but I have nothing sealed. My record is there, and we have other things to be dealing with right now, and we so.
Well, that ain't all the tea. Okay, the other tea is that you allegedly don't live in that area. You live in Spring, and allegedly Tops is paying for your place.
No, that's not true. That's not true at all.
Well, they got receipts, so that's why I'm calling you, because I'm the kind of person I come straight from the hip. So you know how I am. I come straight from the hip. So I got you on the show, but you on speaker. So that's what we trying to find out what's up.
You guys can look at the public records and see exactly that I pay taxes to the city of Houston. And no Top is not paying for my home. I pay for my own home. So yeah, it's there. I mean, it's open record. So yeah.
When can we have you to come on the show to come and talk?
I mean, I've always been available to talk on people's shows. So, just let me know if I'm available, I'll come.
You already know I will give you. Okay, when I finish this show, I'm gonna get a date set for you. All right?
Okay.
Okay. She said that whenever we want her on the show, she gonna come on the show.
Okay, well, we just need to look at the schedule, sweetheart. We can't do that right now.
Okay, once
So
we look at the schedule,
we'll bring her on the show.
all right, I'll give you a call. You know, all right?
Hey, Candace.
Yeah.
Do you speak from?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I guess, what show are you on? I guess I need to learn a bit more about the show.
It's the War Zone, and
The War Zone?
yeah, the
Okay.
War Zone, yeah, and
Yeah.
it's a real good platform that we own. But when your name came up, that's why I called.
Yeah, I've heard it before, and I was, I normally don't entertain stuff like that, and so, the city did their due diligence on as far as like seeing where people live, and I live in the district. I pay taxes in the district, and so, yeah, and just a woman that's been working in my community for nearly 20 years, and so, they want to find something. It's there. It's like, yeah, you can pull it up. There's nothing sealed. In fact, there's nothing there. So.
Well, what we gonna do? I'm gonna find out the dates, and we gonna get you on the show.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Bye. Who else I need to call?
No. We are waiting on Bonton. I don't want no one to forget what we're talking about.
We need Bonton.
We need Bonton right now.
You made us backtrack to 142, so now we need Bonton.
That's simple as that. I'm not moving on until we get Bonton.
All right.
Bonton came on this show and said Bonton had nothing to do with that mysterious person.
Okay. Where you
I
at?
believe that he's encouraged to tell everybody that it's true or if it's false.
Kirby John said it wasn't true.
You might need to jump on this. Look here, Bonton. Let me tell you something. You need to jump on this one because this tea that was brought today, like I'm telling you, this shit right here.
Is he coming on?
You need to come on. Yeah, he said you need to come on. We on Zoom. Yes. All right. Yeah, bring your ass on here.
They got to go and bet that he ain't coming on.
I'm waiting. Because I've been
y'all, hold on a second. Hold on. Let me check something. I got to check something. Tell them I got them. I'm checking something. That's why they can't see. All right? Hold on a second. I'm
going to tell y'all like this here. He don't call on his Zoom. I'm going to do a live on location. I'll go run to his house. Because we're going to get some answers tonight. I can't hear you, Vontae.
Okay. They say he gonna have an excuse.
All right, I'm back.
All right, so for y'all just coming on, based on the tea that Gary Monroe was given tonight about.
This been all day. My phone been blowing all day.
Mine too.
He says he's trying to get on. He just said he's trying to get on.
Okay, well, fuck it. He don't have to come on the screen. Put him on the microphone. We just did it with Tasha.
Yeah, just put him on.
All right, hold on.
People would love to see him on there. It ain't hard to get on Zoom.
Hey, since you can't get on Zoom, I just put you on speaker. They can hear you.
All right. Why can't, because last time y'all used like Blue Notes forever, and I was able to get on, so why can't I get on Zoom?
Tell him
get on Zoom. You just gotta download it.
I sent it to him.
I've downloaded Zoom. I have Zoom. I've been putting it in. Like soon as she sent it to me, as soon as she called me, and Devontae sent it to me, I've been trying to get on for the last 5 minutes, and it's not.
Put the password in, and you will be good.
Hold on.
Hey, Sydney, bring me your phone.
Give me the meeting ID.
I'm gonna text it. I texted to you because I'm not
texted to you.
Right, he texted to me.
What's the password?
It's 877737. That's the password.
Nope. Yes, that's the password. Yes.
But it ain't even asked me for the password today.
You been giving a lot today. All right, Bonta. What's going on?
You call me. You tell me.
I'm trying to see what you doing. Is you getting on or what you doing?
I'm on here trying to do it. I'm out. I'm on Zoom right now. Put in the ID 597-986-9182.
Is it asking for the passcode?
You put
No,
pass.
it just said started the meeting. Matter of fact, I'm screenshotting what I'm seeing now, and I'm sending it to y'all right now.
There you go.
There he is, Elvante.
There you go.
You gotta put your video up.
Click where it says video so we can get your picture.
Okay, wait a minute. Zoom. Do you see?
Oh my God. That's Elvante on here.
I'm showing you guys that it worked. So there's nothing wrong with Zoom. I just showed you that there's nothing wrong with Zoom. Did not show you nothing's wrong with Zoom?
No, he just showed
us that.
So why you can't get on here is what we saying.
Okay, well here's a question. You got an iPhone, Candace?
Yeah, I do.
Bonton, what kind of phone you got?
He said he got an iPhone.
FaceTime it.
All right.
We're just gonna have to FaceTime it.
You want me to FaceTime, Marie?
I'm FaceTiming you.
FaceTime Candace. She gonna FaceTime you.
I'm doing it right now.
I know it's what.
All right. I think they can see you a little bit. There you is. Yeah, scoot it over to the left a little bit, Candace. Scoot over to right there so they can see you, and if you keep your phone still, they can see you and they can see him. All right. Mr. Bonton, you had a lot of damaging information come through my phone and through my fax machine today. And whatever I spoke on, I spoke allegedly on it. So allegedly, you can't sue me. That means I need to keep looking at some things. Natasha Deming Ruiz, a 1994 graduate of Forest Brook High School that lives, I forgot the name of the street. I can't look it up because it'll kill my video for my people, all right? Know the address. This is not a Latino woman. This is an African-American woman. And according to the stuff that was sent to me, they say you know who she is. You got to elaborate?
As stated from the very first time we talked by phone, I don't know who it is. Who she is. Never placed blamed on Jerry Davis or Harold Dutton. I don't know who she is. As you're sitting here looking at me, I can't see. But nonetheless, the topic has not changed.
She actually lives on Woodland. Do you know what Woodland Street is?
No, I don't know where Woodland Street is.
I do.
Okay, so this is the next thing they brought to me. So I'm gonna just ask you point blank. Do you know Natasha Deming Ruiz?
No, sir, I don't.
Does anybody in your family know Natasha Deming Ruiz or have had any contact with her?
No.
There's a letter that first of all, there are text messages. Let's start with the text messages. And I think those messages were on February 8th. I can't look and see right now. I'll give you the exact date, later on, okay? Just forgive me. I'm getting old.
Are you looking to stay in the what if realm? Because me personally, indeed, this is from what you say the war room. So I want to put address on that. I don't want to roundabout. So the text messages you're talking about, you received from one Linda Britton, who indeed is a bitter, frustrated campaign manager that was upset that I did not use her. And her and the lady had words. And it was myself, Penny Shaw, Akila Basie, and Linda Britton all in a text message. And if you look on from my phone, the question I asked verbatim, and it said, "Who is this?"
And the number replied back, "This is Linda, and I'm going back and forth with Natasha Ruiz. I'm talking about her race." I said, "Hey,
Mr. Bunton, can you hear me? Ask him, can he hear me?
Can you hear Monroe?
Go ahead."
Okay, I want you to stop for a second, just for a second. You know I went back to college. Can you hear me? Because I'm about to freeze up. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay, because I'm trying to make sure I don't freeze up. Now, you know I went back to college because a lot of you guys told me y'all were proud of me and all that for going back to college. You know what I'm saying? You one of them guys that congratulated me for going back to college, right? Do you know what my major is?
No, I don't know what
My major is criminal justice.
Mm-hmm.
I take a lot of investigative classes. Now, before you say anything else, and you say you were on the Texas, y'all were going back and forth. Am I correct?
No. You misunderstood you're not letting me finish. But
okay, go ahead. I want to make sure I get it right.
No, I understand. That's what I said. This is your show. Go ahead.
No. It's not about being my show. It's about getting it right. And if you didn't do anything wrong, it's about clearing your name.
Right.
And I will fight tooth and nail for that.
Monroe, as we had plenty of time, I had plenty of conversations. When you asked me about this from day one, what I told you, I said, "Hey,
so you didn't know."
I didn't do it, and I also laid.
No, and I get that. I don't want to argue with you. The only thing that I'm saying is, a few seconds ago, you said you didn't know who she was.
He want to know, do you know who she was?
Do you know who this woman is?
And again, for the 100th time, no, I don't know who she is. But what I'm saying, and the point that I'm just trying to make sure that we all unequivocally understand is that I don't know who she is, even though we were all on the same text messaging thread. The next thing I said was, "Hey, take me off."
Okay. So you told me to take you off to Texas.
Right.
Okay. So was there ever, do you know anything about a letter that was sent out to the community and maybe to a couple of your family members?
No, I don't know about a letter that was sent out.
Okay, because I received a letter that was supposedly sent out to prominent members of the 142 district as well as a couple of your family members. And so you don't know Tasha Deming, and I'm gonna just not put Ruiz on there because Tasha Deming is her name. She's not a Latino, she's an African American. So the thing is this stuff is so serious right now that I don't get it, man. I don't want to be a politician that bad. I don't care who did what. It wouldn't be Monroe. I wouldn't go to this extreme. I wouldn't go to this extreme. But the only thing I can tell people is that this house of cards is about to fall. It's about to fall. So Mr. Bonton is saying that he does not know Natasha Deming. That's what he's saying. So I'm gonna take him on that until I can prove otherwise. Until somebody.
Anytime I've been called with questioning, anytime you want to know any type of information, I've been more than to give what I have. I've never hid from a phone call. If you ask me a question, told you straightforward. And that's the same for Doc. That's the same for Pat as well. Again, I've never hid. You know, if you ask me a question, I've answered.
Walmart closed.
Every single time.
Okay. Now here's my next question, and I'm past this to one of y'all. Is that? Oh man, this shit is a lot, bro. I done lost my chain of thought. Where was I? We talked about that. And Natasha Deming has never been married, so there was no Ruiz on that at all. You brought up his name. What was her name again that was on the Texas with you?
I'm sorry, sir. I can't.
The people that were on the text messages with y'all before you got off, what was the lady's name again?
Linda Britton.
Okay, so you have prior history with issues, whatever, and from what I understand, maybe it was squashed, maybe something else happened with that. But the thing is that when all of this jumped off, did you not, can you elaborate on allegedly you concocted this whole thing a year prior to the election? Because remember when you were on the show, I said that Bonton didn't have the means to do this. I felt you didn't have the means to do it. But allegedly today, this whole thing was concocted a year prior to the election. And that's why the letter was actually sent out.
Right, and again, I go back to what I said on the show the first time. I can't see Monroe.
Oh, I'm here. Can you see me now? I just leaned back.
All right, thank you.
All right, there you go.
It was how could I send somebody through the Democratic Party, make a whole person disappear? Also, how is it that I could get rid of paperwork? You don't have any identification on a person or anything of that nature. I don't have the means to do that. At the end of the day, I have the means to run my race. I probably in my race, I probably spent all of $15,000-$20,000. So again,
you had more than I had. I only had $900.
Well, that in my opinion, to make a whole person disappear through the would take a lot of payoff, and I know I don't have that type of money.
Elvante?
I don't have anything. I feel like if he said he hasn't done it, I have no way to prove it. I don't have any documents stating that he has done it. I just feel like it was fair for the viewers and it was fair for him to hear it come out of his mouth of what he'd been alleged of and his response to it. I feel like we got the response from him. Now is just a point of proving right or wrong.
Anybody else I need to call?
Do you have any questions?
The thing is, I have a comment. The thing is, again, you every time I've been called, Bunton, stop what you're doing, come see what's going on. I have this going on, that's going on. Why don't have nobody else answering these questions, boss?
Well, first of all, we put out the word we've invited Dutton several times to the show. We put it out there. I feel Jared Davis will never show up regardless. Right. So I give you kudos for showing up, bro, because you never hesitated to show up when we asked you to come. I agree with him on that one. Ain't nobody else showing up.
Yeah.
That's facts.
Facts.
We can prove
and then today when we said we were going to do the press conference, Bonton agreed to show up at the press conference Saturday. Well, you deserve to face, to be able to clear your name. That's what I feel. That no matter what somebody say about me, I'ma always be able to stand firm and contradict them if I got to. And that's what you needed to do. The only thing I can tell whoever did that, say, man, this shit finna get ugly. This shit finna get ugly. Because nobody, and here's a question. I want you to tell the people what's going on. That I've called you a couple of times. I think it was only twice we spoke on that. That why don't you go file an official complaint with the DA or the secretary of the city or whatever, and you tell me, what's going on with that. I know what you told me. Let the people know.
And again, and that question was asked last time. We filed with the Texas Ethics Commission. Also filed with the Democratic Party as well. From the first time we spoke, I say the same thing continuously. I don't make allegations of who did it because I don't know. You know, I don't want to put myself in a situation where somebody's been blamed and it was somebody
froze.
like, it was somebody else. So again, I'm taking steps on my part, but outside of that, I can only do what I can do with the means I have.
Well, that's what you've always said. I mean, I will say that your way of answering questions has never changed. Your answers have never changed. So I just wanted to give you that time. And actually, I wasn't going to call you on here. Candace called you, and but once she called you, then so be it. You know, give you that opportunity to hear what's being said, and you know where we go from here. So the only thing I can say is, we know for a fact, based on the Maya Shea report, that the signatures on the campaign finance treasury application, as well as the actual application to be a candidate, those signatures did not match. We also know at the moment that Natasha Deming is not a Latina. And for all of those that want to know what Natasha Deming looks like, the War Zone will unveil that at the press conference. Hey, Mr. Bonton, thank you, my brother, for coming and giving us some clarity. It's always great with clarification and understanding.
Because when I heard your name, I said, let me get you on here.
Roger that.
Roger that. Bye. Anybody else I need to call?
No, but I just got a text. This shit is crazy, man. Now, you just talked to Tasha, right? I hope you listen, Tasha. You say you do not live in Spring, Texas. You got postings on your Facebook of a truck being stripped in front of your house in Spring, Texas. They just sent me the picture of the truck with no wheels.
Who was that? Who was that?
Tasha Jackson. This shit crazy, man.
Of the Spring house that she just told us, that she just said on here and told us that she didn't live in.
Yep.
Hey, look. Right now, we've been on this show for 2 hours. Look,
hey, listen to what it says. I'm looking at the truck. All right. They done stripped it. And according to this, is a Facebook post, Tasha Jackson. What would you do if you witnessed 3 men stripping the vehicle in front of your home and the men noticed you watching while they were committing the crime, feeling confused at Spring, Texas?
Okay, look, check it out. This has been the heaviest lifting show we done had in 2+ weeks. Wow. So, as you guys can see, we are the Marvin Zieglers of black politics.
I'm the Black Howard Stern.
There it is.
I need I'm gonna try to get Wayne Deltrafino on here.
So, the way I'm gonna close out the show tonight for myself, and my last words is, my mother and my grandmother used to always say, what happens in the dark shall come to light. And I'm just gonna leave it at that.
And you know what my grandma used to say? What goes in the wash comes out in the rinse.
Wow.
That's what my grandma used to say.
That's what your grandma used to say?
Got doggone right. I'm Creole.
Oh. Well, my grandma and them ain't said nothing, but my homeboy said, wake up, jump out your bed. You finna be in a 2-man cell with your homie little half dead. Murder was the case that they gave me. Dear God, I wonder, can you save me?
Wait a minute.
Y'all going to jail, man. Y'all going to jail, man. Say, man. I know what it is, man. The hottest show in social media history. Say, my partner, El Conte Patton. My girl, Dr. Candace Matthews. And your homie, little half dead, the 5-star general. Man, y'all going to jail, man. It's the war zone, baby. We ain't got no script. We just keep it 100 at all times.
We don't need a damn script. Script is for fake motherfuckers. Yeah, I said it.
Oh, my. Hey, you know who, Monroe? You know who that was texting me, huh?
Oh,
You know who it was? The person that was giving you all the information.
Linda Brittany.
Yep.
But I wasn't gonna say her name until he said her name.
Wow.
Say, man, we not on the air, huh?
Nah.
Man, that nigga.
Now, why it still say record?
No. Oh, that's me. Hold on. Oh, shoot.